Sir Hugh, persuade me not. I will make a Star Chamber matter of it. If he were 20, Sir John Falstaff, he shall not abuse Robert Shallow, Esquire.
Aye, and a gentleman born, Master Parson. They may give a dozen white gooses in their coat.
It is an old coat.
If Sir John Falstaff have committed disparagements unto you, I am of the church, and will be glad to do my benevolence to make atonements and compromises between you.
The council shall know this. It is a riot.
Oh, it is not meet the council hear a riot. There is no fear of God in a riot. The council, look, you shall desire to hear the fear of God and not to hear a riot. Take your advisements in that.
Ha! Oh, my life! If I were young again, the sword should end it.
That is better that friends use a sword than end it. And there is also another device in my brain that peradventure brings good discretions with it. There is Anne Page, which is daughter to Master George Page.
Mistress Anne Page. She has blonde hair and speaks small like a woman.
It is that very person for all the world, as just as you will desire, and 700 pounds of monies, and gold, and silver is her grandsire upon his deathbed. God deliver to a joyful resurrections. Give. It were a good motion if we leave our pribbles and prabbles and desire a marriage between Master Abraham and Mistress Anne Page.
Did her grandsire leave her 700 pounds?
Aye, and her father is make her a better penny.
I know the young gentlewoman. She has good gifts.
700 pounds and possibilities is good gifts.
Well, let us see, honest Master Page. Is Falstaff there?
Shall I tell you a lie? I do despise a liar, as I despise one that is false, or as I despise one that is not true. The knight Sir John is there, and I beseech you be ruled by your well-willers. I shall beat the door for Master Page. What ho! God bless your house here!
Who's there?
Here is God's blessing and your friend, and Justice Shallow, and here is young Master Slender that peradventure shall tell you another tale, should matters grow to your likings.
I am glad to see your worships well, and thank you for my venison, Master Shallow.
I am glad to see you, Master Page. Much good do it your good heart. I wish your venison better it were ill killed. How doth good Mistress Page? And I thank you, always with my heart. La, with my heart.
Sir, I thank you.
Sir, I thank you, by yea and no I do.
I'm glad to see you, Master Slender.
Is Sir John Falstaff here?
Sir, he is within, and I would I could do a good office between you.
He hath wronged me, Master Page.
Well, sir, he doth in some sort confess it.
If it be confessed, it is not redressed. Is it not so, Master Page? He hath wronged me. Indeed he hath, and a word he hath. Believe me, Robert Shallow, Esquire, saith he is wronged.
Well, here comes Sir John.
Now, Master Shallow, you'll complain of me to the king. Knight, you have beaten my men, killed my deer, and broke out my lodge.
But not kissed your keeper's daughter?
But a this shall be answered.
I will answer it straight. I have done all this. That is now answered.
The council shall know this.
For better for you if it were known in council. You'll be laughed at.
Good words, Sir John, good words.
Good words, good cabbage! Slender, broke your head. What matter have you against me?
Marry, sir, I have matters in my head against you and against your colony-catching rascals, Bardock, Nym, and Pistol.
You Banbury cheese.
Aye, 'tis no matter.
How now, Mephistopheles?
Aye, 'tis no matter.
Slice, I say. Slice, that's my humor.
Aye, 'tis no matter.
Peace, I pray you! Now, let us understand. There is 3 umpires in this matter, as I understand. That is Master Page. And there is myself. And the 3 party is, lastly and finally, mine hostess of the garter, Mistress Quickly.
We 3 to hear it and end it between them.
Very good. I shall make a brief of it in my notebook, and we will afterwards work upon the cause with as great discreetly as we can.
Pistol,
She hears with ears.
The devil and his damn, what phrase is this? She hears with ear? Why, it is affectations.
Pistol, did you pick Master Slender's purse?
Aye! Did she, or else I might never come in my own great chamber again, else of 7 groats and mill sixpences, and 2 Edward shovel boards that cost me 2 shillings and 2 pence a piece of Edward.
Is this true, Pistol?
No, it is false if it is a pick purse.
Thou mounted foreigner! Sir John and Master mine, I combat challenge with this Latin bilbo. Word of denial in thy labrys here, word of denial, froth and scum thou liest.
Then 'twas he.
Be advised, sir, and past good humors. I will say my retract with you if you run the nutbug's humor on me. That is the very note of it.
By this hat, then she in the red face had it. For though I cannot remember what I did when you made me drunk, yet I am not altogether an ass.
What say you, Scarlet and John?
Why, sir, for my part, I say the gentleman had drunk himself into his 5 senses.
It is his 5 senses. Fie, what the ignorance is.
And being fat, sir, was, as they say, cashiered, and so conclusions past the careers.
Ah, you speak in Latin then too. 'Tis no matter. I'll ne'er be drunk whilst I live again, but in honest, civil, godly company for this trick. If I'll be drunk with those that have the fear of God, and not with drunken knaves.
So God judge me. That is a virtuous mind.
You hear all these matters denied, gentlemen. You hear it.
Nay, daughter, carry the wine in. We'll drink within.
Oh heaven, this is Mistress Anne Page.
How now, men, Mistress Ford?
Mistress Ford, by my troth, you are very well met. Oh, by your leave, good mistress.
Wife, bid these gentlemen welcome. Come, we have hot venison pasty for dinner. Come, gentlemen. I hope we shall drink down all unkindness.
I have rather than 40 shillings. I have my book of songs and sonnets here.
Give ear to his motion. Master Slender, I will description the matter to you if you be capacity of it.
Nay, I will do as Cousin Shallow says. I pray you pardon me. He is the justice of peace in his country, simply though I stand here, sit here.
But that is not the question. The question is concerning your marriage.
Aye, there's the point, sir.
Marry, is it the very point of it to Mistress Anne Page?
Why? If it be so, I will marry her upon any reasonable demand.
But can you affection the woman? Let us command to know that of your mouth or of your lips. For diverse philosophers hold that the lips is parcel of the mouth. Therefore, precisely, can you carry your good will to the maid?
Cousin Abraham Slender, can you love her?
Oh, I hope, sir, I will will do it as it shall become one that will do reason.
Nay, God's lords and his ladies, you must speak positively. If you can carry her, your desires towards her.
That you must. Will you, upon good dowry, marry her?
I will do a greater thing than that, cousin, upon your request. Any reason.
Nay, conceive me, sweet, 'cause what I do is to pleasure you, 'cause can you love the maid?
I will marry her, sir, upon your request. But if there be no greater love in the beginning, yet heaven may decrease it upon better acquaintance when we are married and when we have more occasion to know one another. I hope upon familiarity we grow more content, but if you say marry her, I will marry her. That I am freely dissolved and dissolutely.
It is a very discretion answered. Save the fall is in the word. Dissolutely, the word according to our meaning is resolutely. His meaning is good.
I think my cousin meant well.
Aye, or else I might be hanged. Wow.
Here comes Mistress Anne, please. Mistress Anne, would I were young for your sake.
The dinner is on the table. My father desires your worship's company.
I will wait on him, fair Mistress Anne.
Odds blessed will, I will not be absent at the grace.
Will it please your worship to come in, sir?
No! I thank you for seat heartily. I am very well.
The dinner attends you, sir.
I am not hungry. I thank you for soup.
I may not go in without your worship. They will not sit till you come.
In faith, I'll eat nothing. I thank you as though as much I did.
I pray you, sir. Walk in.
I had rather walk here. I thank you.
Come, gentle Master Slender, come. We stay for you.
I will eat nothing, sir. I thank you.
My cock and pie you shall not choose, sir. Come.
Nay, pray you lead the way.
Come on, sir.
Mistress Anne, you yourself shall go first.
Not I, sir. I pray you keep on.
Truly, I will not go first. Truly, I will not do that wrong.
I pray you, sir.
I had rather be unmannerly than troublesome. You do yourself wrong.
I must ask of one mistress quickly, our hostess of the inn. I have written to her this letter, for it is a woman that altogether's acquaintance with Mistress Anne Page. And the letter is to desire and require her to solicit young Slender's desires to Mistress Anne Page. Oh, there's pippins and cheese to come!
Hey!
My hostess of the garter.
What says my bully rook? Speak scholarly and wisely.
Truly, mine hostess, I must turn away some of my followers.
Discard bully Hercules, cashier. Let them wag, trot.
I sit at 10 pounds a week.
Thou art an emperor, Caesar, Kaiser, Vizier. I will entertain. Bardolph! She shall draw, she shall tap. Said I well, bully Hector?
You so good, mine host.
I have spoke. Let her follow. Let me see thee froth and live. I'm at a word. Follow.
Bardolph, follow her. A tapster is a good trade. An old cloak makes a new jerkin. A withered servingman, a fresh tapster. Go! Adieu!
It is a life I have desired. I will thrive.
Oh, base Hungarian wight, wilt thou spigot wheels?
She was gotten in drink is not the humor conceited.
I am glad I am so acquainted this tinderbox. Her thefts were too open. Her filching was like an unskillful singer. She kept not time.
The good humor is to steal at a minute's rest.
Convey, the wise are called. Steal, ugh, a fico for the phrase.
Well, sirs, I am almost out at heels.
Why then let kives ensue?
There is no remedy. I must coney catch. I must shift.
Young ravens must have food.
Which of you know Ford of this town?
I can the white, he is of substance good.
My honest lads, I will tell you what I am about.
2 yards and more?
No quips now, Pistol. Indeed, I am in the waist 2 yards about. But I am now about no waste. I am about thrift. Briefly, I do mean to make love to Ford's wife. I spy entertainment in her. She discourses, she cars, she gives the leer of invitation. I can construe the action of her familiar style, and the hardest voice of her behavior, to be Englished rightly, is, I am Sir John Falstaff.
He had studied her will and translated her will out of honesty into English.
The anchor is deep. Will that humor pass?
Now, the report goes she has all the rule of her husband's purse. I have written me here a letter to her, and here another to Page's wife, who even now gave me good eyes to examine my parts with most judicious elegance. Sometimes the beam of her view gilded my foot, sometimes my portly belly.
Then did the sun on dunghill shine.
I thank thee for that humor.
Oh, she did so coarse o'er my exteriors with such a greedy intention that the appetite of her eye did seem to scorch me up like a burning glass. Here's another letter to her. She bears the purse too. She is all gold and bounty. I shall be cheaters to them both, and they shall be exchequers to me. Go bear thou this letter to Mistress Page, and thou this to Mistress Ford. We will thrive, lads. We will thrive.
Shall I, Sir Pandarus of Troy, become and by my side wear steel? Then Lucifer take all.
I will run no base humor. Here, take the humor letter. I will keep the behavior of reputation.
Rogues, hence, avaunt, vanish like hailstones. Go, trudge, plod away in the hoof, seek shelter, pack. Falstaff will learn the honor of the age. French thrift, you rogues, myself and skirted page.
Let vultures gripe thy guts. For gourd and Fulham holds and high and low beguiles the rich and poor. Tester I'll have in pouch when thou shalt lack.
I have operations which be humors of revenge.
Wilt thou revenge?
By Welkin and her star.
With wit or steel?
With both humors I will discuss the humor of this love to Ford.
And I to Page shall eke unfold how Falstaff, varlet vile, his dove will prove, his gold will hold, and his soft couch defile.
My humor shall not cool. I will incense Ford to do with poison. I will possess him with yellowness, for the revolt of mine is dangerous. That is my true humor.
Thou art the Mars of malcontents. I second thee. Troop on.
What Bardolph? I pray thee, go to the casement and see if you can see Master Dr. Caius coming. If he do, in faith, and find anybody in the house, here will be an old abusing of God's patience and the king's English.
I'll go watch.
Go, and we'll have a posset for it soon at night in faith, at the latter end of a sea coal fire. Oh, and willing fellow servant as ever shall come in house withal, and I warrant you no telltale nor no breed bait. But let that pass. Sir Hugh, you are here on behalf of Master Slender?
Aye, forsooth.
Oh, does he not wear a great round beard, like a glover's paring knife?
No, forsooth, he hath but a little wee face with a little scruffy beard.
A softly sprited man, is he not?
Aye, forsooth, but he is as tall a man of his hands as any is between this and his head.
Oh, I should remember him. Does he not hold up his head, as it were, and strut in his gait?
Yes, indeed, does he?
Will heaven send Anne Page no worse fortune? I will do what I can for Master Slender. Anne is a good girl.
Angelus, here comes the doctor.
We shall all be shent! Run in here, good person. Go into this closet. He will not stay long.
What is you sing? I do not like these boys. Why are you going back to me in my closet doing my hair? speak, a green
Aye, forsooth. I'll fetch it you. I am glad he would not be himself. If he had found the parson, he would have been horn mad.
Mon papa fait chaud, j'ai membre voir le cours le grand affaire.
Is it this, sir?
Oui, maintenant, mon pochette de pêche quickly. Where's that Nate Bardolph?
What Bardolph? Joan! Here, ma'am.
You are Joan Bardolph, and you are Jenny Bardolph. Take your rapier and come after my heels to the court.
'Tis ready here, sir, on the porch.
By my troth, I tarried too long. There are some simples in my closet that I shall not for the world I leave behind.
Me. He'll find the parson in there and be mad!
Oh, Diablo, what is in my closet? Villainy! Now, Rowan, bite off my rapier.
What? Good master, doctor, be content.
Wherefore shall I be contenta?
The parson is an honest man.
What shall the honest man do in my closet? There is no honest man that will come in my
I
closet.
beseech you, be not so phlegmatic. Hear the truth of it. He came of an errand to me on behalf of Master Slender.
Well,
I forsooth to desire her to
Peace, I pray you.
peace out your tongue. Speak out your tail.
to desire this honest gentlewoman, mine hostess, to speak a good word to Mr. Sandpage for Master Slender in the way of marriage.
This is all indeed, la. Oh, but I'll ne'er put my finger in the fire, and it need not.
You championing! Oh, by God, I challenge you! I will cut your throat in the park, and I will teach a scurvy doc make priest to meddle or make. By God, you may be gone. It is not good you tarry here. I will cut all your two stones. You should not have a stone to throw at your dog.
Alas, he speaks but for his friend.
It is no matter over that. Do not you tell me I shall have for myself and page?
Why, sir, the maid loves you, and all shall be well. We must give folks leave to great.
Bardolph, come after my heels to the court, for if I not have myself and page, I follow my heels, Bardolph.
You shall have fool's head of your own. No, I know Anne's mind for that. Never a woman in Windsor knows more of Anne's mind than I do. Nor can do more than I do with her. I thank heaven. Who's there, I trow? Come near the inn, I pray you.
How now, good woman? How dost thou?
The better that it pleases your good worship to ask.
What news? How does pretty Mistress Anne?
In truth, sir, and she is pretty, and honest, and gentle, and one that is your friend, I can tell you that, by the way. I praise heaven for it.
Shall I not lose my suit? Shall I not, thinkest thou?
Troth, sir, all is in his hands above. But notwithstanding, Master Fenton, I'll be sworn on a book she loves you. Have your worship not a wart above your eye?
Yes, Mary, have I. What of that?
Well, thereby hangs a tale. Good faith, it is such another Nan. But I detest. An honest maid as ever broke bread. We had an hour's talk of that wart. I shall never laugh but in that maid's company. But for you, she has given too much to Alicoly and musing. But for you, well, go to.
Well, I shall see her today. Hold, there's money for thee. Let me have thy voice on thy behalf. If thou seest her before me, commend me.
Will I? In faith that we will. And I will tell your worship more of the wart the next time we have confidence, and of other wooers.
Well, farewell. I am in great haste now.
Farewell to your worship. Oh, truly an honest gentleman, but Anne loves him not! For I know Anne's mind as well as another does.
What? Have I escaped love letters in the holiday time of my beauty? And am I now a subject for them?
Let me see. why I love you. For though love use reason for his precision, he admits him not for his counselor. You are not young. No more am I. Go to, then there's sympathy. You are merry, so am I. Ha ha. Then there's more sympathy. You love sack, and so do I. Would you desire better sympathy? Let it suffice thee, Mistress Page, at the least if the love of a soldier can suffice, that I love thee. I will not say pity me, 'tis not a soldier-like phrase, would I say love me. By me, thine own true knight, by day or night, or any kind of light, with all his might, for thee to fight, John Falstaff. Oh, wicked, wicked world! One that has wound my war to pieces with drink, to show himself a young gallant? What an unweighed behavior hath this drunkard picked, out of the devil's name, out of my conversation, that he dares in this manner assay me? Why, he hath not been thrice in my company. What should I say to him? Why, I'll exhibit a bill in the Parliament for the putting down of men. How shall I be revenged on him? For revenged I will be, as sure as his guts are made of puddings.
Oh, Mistress Page! Oh, trust me, I was going to your house.
And trust me, I was coming to you. You look very ill.
Oh, nay, I'll never believe that. I have to show to the contrary.
Faith, but you do in my mind.
Oh, well, I do then. Yet I say I could show you to the contrary. Oh, Mistress Page, give me some counsel.
What's the matter, woman?
Oh, woman! If it were not for one trifling respect, I could come to such honor.
What? Hang the trifle, woman. Take the honor. What is it? Dispense with the trifles. What is it?
If I would but go to hell for an eternal moment or so, I could be knighted.
Thou liest, Sir Alice Ford. These knights will hack, and so thou shouldst not alter the article of thy gentry.
Turn daylight. Here, read. Read. Perceive how I might be knighted. Oh, I shall think the worse of single men as long as I have an eye to make difference of men's liking. What tempest I drove through this whale with so many tons of oil in his belly ashore at Windsor. How shall I be revenged on him? I think the best way were to entertain him with hope till the wicked fire of lust have melted him in his own grease. Oh, did you ever hear the like? Letter for letter.
But that the name of Page and Ford differs. Here is the twin brother of thy letter. I warrant he hath 1,000 of these letters, rich with blank space for different names, sure more, and these are of the second edition. He will print them out of doubt, for he cares not what he would put into the press, when he would put us too.
This is the very same, the very hand, the very words. What doth he think of us?
Nay, I know not. Makes me almost ready to wrangle with mine own honesty, for sure. Unless he knows some strain in me I know not in myself, he would have never boarded me in this fury.
Boarded, call you it? I'll be sure to keep him above deck.
So will I. If he come under my hatches, I'll never to see again. Let's be revenged on him. Let's appoint him a meeting, give him a show of comfort in his suit, and lead him on with a fine baited delay till he have pawned his horses to mine hostess of the garter.
Oh, nay, I'll consent to act any villainy against him that may not sully the cherryness of our honesty. Oh, that my husband saw this letter. It would give eternal food to his jealousy.
Why, look, where he comes. And my good man, too. He's as far from jealousy as I am from giving him cause, and that, I hope, is an unmeasurable distance.
You are the happier woman.
Let's consult against this greasy knight. Come hither.
Well, I hope it be not so.
Hope is a curdled dog in some affairs. Sir John affects thy wife.
What, ma'am? My wife is not...
He woos both high and low, both rich and poor, both young and old, one with another bored. He loves the gallimaufry bored, her pen.
Love my wife?
With liver burning hot. Prevent, or go thou like Sir Actian he, with ringwood at thy heels. Oh, odious is the name.
What name, ma'am?
The Horn, I say. Farewell. Take heed. Have open eye, for thieves do foot by night. Take heed ere summer comes, or cuckoo birds do sing. Away, Sir Corporalman. Believe it, Page. He speaks sense.
I will be patient. I will find out this.
I like not the humor of lying. He hath wronged me in some humors. I should have borne the humored letter to her, but I have a sword, and it shall bite upon my necessity. He loves your wife. There's the short and the long. My name is Nim, and Ford loves your wife. Adieu. I love not the humor of bread and cheese. Adieu.
The humor of it, quotha! Well, here's a fellow writes English out of his wits.
I will seek out Falstaff. I have never heard such a drawling, affecting rogue. If I do find it, well. How now, babe?
Whither you go, George? Hark you. How now, sweet prig? Why art thou melancholy?
I melancholy. I am not melancholy. Get you home. Go.
Faith, thou hast some crotchets in thy head now. Will you go, Mistress Page? Have with you. Whither you go, George? You'll come to dinner? Look who comes yonder. She shall be our messenger to this paltry night. Trust me, I thought on her. She'll fit it. You are come to see my daughter Anne? Aye, forsooth. And I pray, how does good Mistress Anne? Go in with us and see. We shall have an hour's talk with you.
How now, Master Ford? You heard what this knave told me, did you not?
Yes, and you heard what the other told me?
Do you think there is truth in them?
Oh, hang 'em rogues. I do not think the knight would offer it. But these that accuse him in his intent toward our wives are a yoke of his discarded men. Very rogues. Now they be out of service.
Were they his men?
Marry were they?
I like it never the better for that. Does he lie at the Garter?
I marry Dusky. If he should intend this voyage toward my wife, I would let her loose to him. And what he gets more of her than sharp words, let it lie on my head.
I do not misdoubt my wife, but I would be loath to turn them together. A man may be too confident. I would have nothing lie on my head. I cannot be thus satisfied.
Oh, look where Justice Shallow comes. How now, Shallow?
Good evening to you, Master Page. Oh, Master Page, will you go with us? We have sport in hand. There is a fray to be fought between Sir Hugh, the Welsh priest, and Gaius, the French doctor. Mistress quickly! Will you go with us to behold it? My merry hosts have had the measuring of their weapons, and I think had appointed them contrary places. Mistress quickly! Oh, believe me, I hear the parson is no jester. Hark, I will tell you what our sport shall be. Quickly!
What sayest thou, Master Shallow?
A good mine hostess of the Garter, a word with you.
Hast thou no suit against my knight, my guest cavalier?
None, I protest, but I'll give you a pottle of sack to give me recourse to him, and tell him my name is Brooks. Only for a jest.
Oh, my hand bully. Thou shalt have egress and regress, said I will, and thy name shall be Brooke. It is a merry night. Will you go, messieurs?
I'm with you, mine hostess.
I have heard the Frenchman hath good skill in his rapier.
Tut, sir, I could have told you more. 'Tis the heart, Master Page. 'Tis here, 'tis here. There was a time with my long sword out, I would have made you 3 tall fellows skip like rats.
Here, boys, here. Shall we wag?
Have with you. I'd rather hear them scold than fight.
Though Page be a secure fool and stand so firmly on his wife's frailty, yet I cannot put off my opinion so easily. She was in his company, at Page's house, and what they made there, I know not. Well, I will look further into it. And I have a disguise to sound Falstaff. If I find her honest, I lose not my labor. If she be otherwise, 'tis labor well bestowed.
I will not lend thee a penny.
Why, the
to pawn. I have graded upon my friends for 3 reprieves for you and your coach fellow Nim, or else you had looked through the grate like a Gemini of baboons. I am damned in hell for swearing to gentlemen, my friends. You were good soldiers and tall fellows. And when Mistress Bridget lost the handle of her fan, I took it upon mine honor, thou hadst it not!
Didst thou not share? Hadst thou not 15 pence?
Reason, you rogue, reason! Thinkst thou I'll endanger my soul gratis? At a word, hang no more about me. I am no gibbet for you. You'll not bear a letter for me, you rogue. You stand upon your honor? Why, thou unconfidable baseness! It is as much as I can do to keep the terms of my honor precise. I myself, sometimes hiding mine honor in my necessity, am fain to shuffle, to hedge, and to lurch, and yet you, rogue, will ensconce your rags and your bold-beating oaths under the shelter of your honor? You will not do it, you!
I do relent. What would thou more, man?
Give your worship good morrow.
Good morrow, good wife.
Not so. And to please your worship.
Good need, then.
That I am. I'll be sworn, as my mother was the first hour I was born.
I do believe the swearer. What with me, fair woman?
Marry, sir, there is one Mistress Ford. I pray you come a little nearer this way.
Well, Mistress Ford, you say?
Why, your worship says very well. I pray you, bully, come a little nearer this way.
I warrant thee, nobody hears. Mine own people. Mine own people.
Is she so?
Well, Mistress Ford, what of her?
Why, sir, she's a good creature. Lord, your worship's a wanton. Will heaven forgive you, and all of us, I pray.
Mistress Ford, come, Mistress
Mary!
Ford.
This is the short and the long of it. You have brought her into such a canaries as 'tis wonderful. The best courtier of them all, when the court lay at Windsor, could never have brought her to such a canary. Yet there have been knights and lords, ooh, and gentlemen with their coaches. I warrant you, coach after coach, letter after letter, gift after gift, smelling so sweetly, all musk and so rustling, and in such elegant terms, and in such silk and gold, and in such wine and sugar of the best and the fairest that would have won over any woman's heart. And I warrant you, they can never get an eye wink of her. They can never get so much as a sip on a cup with the proudest of them all, and yet there have been earls, nay, which is more, pensioners. But I warrant you, all is one with her.
But what says she to me? Be brief.
Mary, she hath received your letter, for which she thanks you 1,000 times, and she gives you to notify that her husband will be absent from his house between 10 and 11.
10 and 11.
Aye, forsooth. And then you may come and see the picture she says that you wot of. Master Ford, her husband, will be from home. Alas, the poor woman leads an ill life with him. He's a very jealous man. She leads a very frantic life with him.
10 and 11. Woman, commend me to her. I will not fail her.
Why you say, whoa? But I have another messenger to your worship. Mistress Page hath her hearty commendations for you too. And let me tell you in your ear, she's as virtuous a civil mom's wife, and one I tell you that will not miss you morning nor evening prayer, as any is in Windsor, whoever be the other. And she bade me to tell your worship that her husband is seldom from home, but she hopes there will come a time. I never knew a woman so dote upon a man. Surely I think you have charms? Why, yes, in truth.
Not I assure thee. Setting the attraction of my good parts aside, I have no other charms.
Blessing on your heart for it.
But I pray thee, tell me this. Has Ford's wife and Page's wife acquainted each other how they love me?
That were a trick indeed. They have not so little grace, I hope. That were just indeed.
Fare thee well. Commend me to them both. Huh? There's my purse. I am yet thy debtor. This news distracts me.
This punk is one of Cupid's carriers. Clap on more sails, pursue, up with your sights, give fire. She is my prize, or ocean whelms them all.
Say'st thou so, old Jack? Go thy ways. I'll make more of thy old body than I have done. Will they yet look after thee? Wilt thou, after the expense of so much money, be now a gainer? Oh, good body, I thank thee. Let them say 'tis grossly done, so it be fairly done, no matter.
Sir John, there's one Master Brooke below would fain speak with you and be acquainted with you, and is at your morning's worship. Draft is sack.
Brooke is his name?
Aye, sir.
Call him in. Such brooks are welcome to me that overflow such liquor. Oh, Mistress Ford and Mistress Page, have I encompassed you? Go to, via.
Bless you, sir.
And you, sir, would you speak with me?
I make bold to press with so little preparation upon you.
You're welcome, sir. What's your will? Give us leave, drawer.
Sir, I am a gentleman that hath spent much. My name is Brooke.
Good Master Brooke, I desire more acquaintance of you.
Good Sir John, I sue for yours, not to charge you, for I must let you understand, I think myself in better plight for a lender than you are, the which hath something enfolded me to this unseasoned intrusion. For they say, if money go before, all ways do lie open.
Money is a good soldier, sir, and will on.
Troth, and I have a billfold of money here troubles me. If you'll help to bear it, Sir John, take all, or half, for easing me of the carriage.
Sir, I know not how I may deserve to be your porter.
I will tell you, sir, if you will give me the hearing.
Speak, good Master Brooke. I shall be glad to be your servant.
Sir, I hear you are a scholar. I will be brief with you. And you have been a man long known to me, though there are others. Anyways, so, there is a gentlewoman in this town. Her husband's name is Ford.
Well, sir?
I have long loved her, and I protest to you, bestowed much on her. Followed her with a doting observance, engrossed opportunities to meet her, feed every slight occasion that could but grudgingly give me sight of her, not only bought many presents to give her, but have given largely to many to know what she would have given. Briefly, I have pursued her as love hath pursued me, which hath been on the wing of all occasions. But whatsoever I have merited, either in my mind or in my need, I'm sure I've received none, unless experience be a jewel. That I purchased at an infinite rate, and that hath taught me to say this. Love like a shadow flies, when substance love pursues, pursuing that flies, and flying what pursues.
Have you received no promise of satisfaction at her hands?
Never.
Have you importuned her to such a purpose?
Never.
Of what quality was your love then?
Like a fair house built on another man's ground, so that I have lost my edifice by mistaking the place where I erected it.
To what purpose have you unfolded this to me?
When I have told you that, Sir John, I have told you all. Some say that, though she appear honest to me, yet in other places she enlargeth her mirth so far that there is shrewd construction made of her. Now, Sir John, here is the heart of my purpose. You are a gentleman of excellent breeding, admirable discourse, of great admittance, authentic in your place and person, generally allowed for many warlike, courtlike, and learned preparations.
Oh, sir.
Believe it, for you know it. There is money. Spend it. Spend it. Spend more. Spend all I have. Only give me so much of your time in exchange of it as to lay an amiable siege to the honesty of this Ford's wife. Use your art of wooing. Win her to consent to you. If any man may, you may as soon as any.
Would it apply well to the vehemency of your affection that I should win what you would enjoy? Methinks you prescribe to yourself very preposterously.
Oh, understand my drift. She dwells so securely on the excellency of her honor that the folly of my soul dares not present itself. She's too bright to be looked against. Now, could I come to her with any protection in my hands, my desires had instanced in argument to commend themselves, I could drive her then from the ward of her purity, her reputation, her marriage vow, and 1,000 other her defenses, which now are too strongly embattled against me. What say you to it, Sir John?
Master Brooke, I will first make bold with your money. Next, give me your hand. Last, as I am a gentleman, you shall, if you will, enjoy Ford's wife.
Joke it, sir!
I say you shall.
Want no money, Sir John, you shall want none.
Want no Mistress Ford, Master Brooke, you shall want none. I shall be with her, I may tell you, by her own appointment. Even as you came into me, her assistant or go-between parted from me. I say I shall be with her between 10 and 11, for at that time the jealous rascally knave, her husband, will be forth. Come you to me at night, you shall know how I speed.
I am blessed in your acquaintance, sir. Do you know Ford, sir?
Hang him, poor cuckoldly knave. I know him not. Yet I am wrong to call him poor. They say the jealous wittly knave hath masses of money, for the which his wife seems to me well favored. I will use her as the key of this cuckoldly rogue's coffer, and there's my harvest home.
And would you know Ford, sir, that you might avoid him if you saw him?
Hang him, mechanical salt butter rogue! I will scare him out of his wits. I will awe him with my cudgel. It shall hang like a meteor o'er the cuckold's horn. Master Brooke, thou shalt know. I will predominate over the peasant, and thou shalt lie with his wife. Come to me soon at night. Ford's a knave, and I will aggravate his style. Thou, Master Brooke, shalt know him for knave and cuckold. Come to me soon at night.
What a damned Epicurean rascal is this! My heart is ready to crack with emotions. Who says this is improvident jealousy? My wife has sent to him. The hour is fixed. The match is made. Would any man have thought this? See the hell of having a false woman. My bed shall be abused. My coffers ransacked. My reputation gnawed at. And I should not only receive this villainous wrong, but stand under the adoption of abominable terms. And by him that does me this wrong. The terms. Names. Cuckold. The devil himself hath not such a name. Page is an ass. A secure ass. He will trust his wife. He will not be jealous. I will rather trust Parson Hugh the Welshman with my cheese than my wife with herself. Then she plots, then she ruminates, then she devises, and what they think in their hearts, they may affect. They will break their hearts, but they will affect. Heaven be praised for my jealousy. 11 o'clock the hour. I will prevent this, protect my wife, be revenged on Falstaff, and laugh at Page. I will about it. Better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. I! Cuckold!
Corporal Whiteoff. Aye, sir. What is the clock, Corporal?
'Tis past the hour, sir, that we do from his queen.
Aye, he has saved his soul that he is no come. He has prayed his Bible well that he is no come. For he shall be dead if he do be come.
He is wise, sir. He knew your worship would kill him if he came.
By God, the erring is no dead, so as I will kill him. Take your rapier, Job. I'll tell you how I will kill him.
Alas, sir, I cannot sense.
Villainy.
Forbear! Here's company.
Bless thee, bully doctor!
Doctor!
Give you good morrow, sir. Hey, what will you be 1, 2, 3, 4 come for?
To see thee fight, to see thee fight, to see thee traverse, to see thee here, to see thee there. Is he dead? Is he dead, my Francois? Oh, it's dead, my Asclepius, my Galen, my heart of elder. Is he dead?
By God, he is the coward Jack Priest of the world. He has not shown his face.
Thou art Castilian King Urinal, Hector of Greece.
I pray you bear witness that I have stayed 6 or 7, 2 or 3 hours, and he is no come.
He is the wiser man, Master Doctor. He is a curer of souls. You are a curer of bodies. If you should fight, you go against the hair of your profession. Is that not so, Master? Master Page.
Master Shallow, you have yourself been a great fighter, though now a man of peace.
Bodykins, Master Page, though I now be old and of the peace, if I see a sword out, my finger itches to make one. Though we now be justices and doctors and churchmen, Master Page, we still have some sort of our youth in us.
'Tis true, Master Shallow.
It may be found so. Master Dr. Caius, I am come to fetch you home. I am sworn, and of the peace, you have proved yourself to be a wise physician, and Sir Hugh hath proved himself to be a wise and patient churchman. You must come with me, Master.
Pardon, guest justice. Ah, Monsieur Muckwater.
Mockwater? What is that?
Muckwater, in our English tongue, is valor.
My God, and I have as much mockwater as the Englishman. Scurvy jackdog priest, I will cut his ear.
He will clapper claw thee tightly, bully.
Clapper the claw.
What is that? That is, he will make thee amends.
By God, I do look he shall clapper the claw me, for as I will have it.
Then I will provoke him to it, or let him wag.
I thank you for that.
And moreover, bully. But first, Master Guest, Master Page, eat Cavaliero Slender. Go you through the town to Frogmore.
Sir Hugh is there, is he?
He is there. See what humor he is in, and I will bring a doctor about by the fields. Will it do well?
We will do it.
Adieu, good Master
Adieu,
Doctor.
adieu.
Adieu. I will kill him, for he speaks for his opponent and page.
Sheathe thy impatience, let him die. Throw cold water on thy collar. Go about with me through the fields of Frogmore. I will bring thee to where Mistress Anne Page is, at a farmhouse, feasting. Then thou shalt woo her. Said I well?
By God, I thank you for that. By God, I love you. And I will procure for you a good guest. The Earl, the Knight, the Lord, the Gentleman, my patient.
Let us wag then.
Corporal Barlow, come after my heels. I have looked for Master Caius, that calls himself Doctor of Physic, through the petty ward, the park ward, every way, old Windsor way and every way, but the town way. Oh, bless my soul! How full of colors I am, and trembling of mind. I shall be glad if he have deceived me. How melancholy I am. I will knock his urinals about his knave's custard when I had good opportunity for the work. Bless my soul. Two shallow rivers to whose falls melodious bird sings madrigals. There will we make our beds of roses and 1,000 fragrant posies. Who shall have mercy on me? I have a great disposition to cry. Melodious bird sings madrigals when as we sat in Babylon and 1,000 fragrant posies. Oh, yonder he is coming this way. Oh, he is welcome to shallow rivers, to whose falls heaven prosper the right. What weapons is he? No weapons! There comes Master Shallow and another gentleman from Frogmore over the stile. This way.
How now, Master Parson? Oh, good morrow, good sir, you. Keep a gamester from the dice and a good student from his books, and it is wonderful.
Sweet Aunt Page.
Save you, good Sir Hugh.
Bless you. From his mercy sake, keep all of you.
What are the sword and the word? You study them both, Master Hugh.
There is reasons and causes for it.
We are come to you to do a good office, Master Parson.
Very well. What is it?
Yonder is a most reverend gentleman who, belike having been received wrong by some person, is at most odds with his own gravity and patience that you ever saw.
I have lived 60 and upward, and never have I seen a man of his place, gravity and learning, so wide of his own respect.
What is he?
I think you know him, Master Dr. Caius, the renowned French physician.
God's will and his passion of my heart! I had as leave you would tell me of a mess of porridge.
Why?
He has no more knowledge in Hippocrates and Galen, and he is a knave, besides a cowardly knave as you would desire to be acquainted withal.
I warrant you he's the man to fight with him.
Oh, sweet Aunt Page.
It appears so by his weapons. Keep them asunder. Here comes Dr. Caius.
Oh, nay, good Master Parson. Keep in your weapon.
So do you, good Master Doctor.
Disarm them and let them question. Let them keep their limbs whole and hack our English.
I pray you let me speak a word with your ear. Wherefore will you not unmute me? Pray you use your patience in good time.
By gar! You are the coward! This Act dog!
John A., pray you let us not be laughing stocks to other men's humors. I desire you in friendship, and I will, one way or other, make you amends. I will not your urinal about your knave's coxcomb.
Diablo! Jacques Bardolph, my hostess is here. Have I not stayed for him to kill him? Am I not at the place I did appoint?
As I am a Christian, so now look you. This is the place appointed. I'll be judgment of mine hostess of the garter.
Peace, I say. Gallia and Gaul, French and Welsh, soul cure and body cure.
Aye, that is very good.
Oh, peace, I say. Hear mine hostess of the garter. Am I politic? Am I subtle? Am I machiavel? Shall I lose my doctor? No, he gives me the potions and the motions. Shall I lose my parson, my priest, my Sir Hugh? No, he gives me the proverbs and the no verbs. Give me your hand, Celestial. So, boys of art, I have deceived you both. I've sent you to wrong places. Your hearts are mighty, your skins are whole. Let burn sack be the issue now. Come, lay their swords upon. Follow me, lads of peace. Follow, follow, follow.
Trust me, a mad host. Follow, gentlemen, follow.
Do I perceive that? Have they made this out of us?
This is well. I desire you that we may be friends.
By gar, with all my heart.
Pray you follow.
Oh, sweet Dr. Caius! Mr. Dr. Slender Caius, Mr. Dr. Slender Caius, Mr. Dr. Slender Caius.
Well met, Mistress Page. Whither go you?
Truly, sir, to see your wife. she at home?
Aye, and as idle as she may hang together for want of company, I think if your husband died, you two would marry.
Be sure of that! 2 other husbands. Is your wife at home indeed?
Indeed she is.
By your leave, sir. I am sick till I see her.
Has Page any brains? Has he any eyes? Hath he any thinking? Sure they sleep, he hath no use of them. He pieces out his wife's inclination. He gives her folly, motion, and advantage. And now she's going to my wife. A man may hear the showers sing in the wind. Good plots. They are laid, and our revolted wives share damnation together. Well, I will take him, then torture my wife, pluck the borrowed veil of modesty from the so-seeming Mistress Page, divulge Page himself for secure and willful action, and to these violent proceedings all my neighbors shall cry aim. My assurance bids me search. There I will find Falstaff. I shall be rather praised for this than mocked, for 'tis as positive as the earth is firm that Falstaff is there. I will go.
Well met,
Trust me, a good knot. I have good cheer at home, and I pray you all go with me.
I must excuse myself, Master Ford.
And so besides, sir, we have appointed to dine with Mistress Anne, and I will not break with her for more money than else we go.
We have wondered about a match between my cousin Slender and Mistress Anne Page, and this day we shall have our answer.
I hope I have your goodwill, Father Page.
You have, Master Slender. I stand wholly for you. But my wife, Master Doctor, is for you altogether.
The maid is in love with me. Mistress quickly told me so much.
What say you to young Master Fenton? He capers, he dances, he has eyes of youth, he writes verses, he sings holiday, he smells of April and May. He'll carry it, tis in his buttons, he'll carry it.
Not by my consent, I promise you. The gentleman is of no habit. He kept company with the wild prince and Poins. He is of too high a region. He knows too much. No, he shall not then anon in his fortunes with the finger of my substance. If he take her, let him take her simply. The wealth I have waits by my consent, and my consent goes not that way.
I beseech you, heartily, some of you go to dinner with me. Besides your cheer, you shall have sport. I will show you a monster. Master Doctor, you shall go. And so shall you, Master Page. And you, Sir Hugh.
Well, fare you well. We shall have the Frio wooing at Master Page's.
Go home, Joan Bardolph, I coming on. Farewell, my hearts. Oh, I will to my honest knight Falstaff and drink canary with him.
I think I shall drink in pipe wine with him first. I'll make him dance. Will you go, gentles?
Have we see this monster?
See the monster.
I'll go hide me! You so, oh, Mistress Page, remember you your
I caught thee, my heavenly jewel? Why, now let me die, for I have lived long enough. This is the period of my ambition. Oh, this blessed hour.
Oh, sweet Sir John.
Mistress Ford, I cannot cog, I cannot prate, Mistress Ford. Now shall I sin in my wish? I would thy husband were dead. I'll speak it before the best lord. I would make thee my lady.
Oh, I, your lady, Sir John. Alas, I should be a pitiful lady.
Let the court of France show me such another. I see how thine eye would emulate the diamond. Thou hast the right arched beauty of the brow that becomes the ship tire, the tire valiant, or any tire of Venetian admittance.
A plain kerchief, Sir John. My brows become nothing else, nor that well neither.
Thou art a tyrant to say so. Thou wouldst make an absolute courtier. And the firm fixture of thy foot would give an excellent motion to thy gait in a semicircled farthingale. I see what thou wert if fortune thy foe were not, and nature were thy friend. Come, thou canst not hide it.
Believe me, there's no such thing in me.
What made me love thee? Let that persuade thee. There's something extraordinary in thee. Come, I cannot cog and say thou art this and that. I cannot. But I love thee, none but thee, and thou deservest it.
Oh, do not betray me, sir. I fear you love Mistress Page.
Thou mightst as well say I love her too. Walk by the counter gate, which is as hateful to me as the reek of a lime kiln.
Oh, well, heaven knows how I love you. And you shall one day find it.
Keep in that mind, I'll deserve it.
Hey, I must tell you, so you do. Or else I could not be in that mind. Mistress Ford, I must speak with you. It is Mistress Page.
She shall not see me. I will ensconce me behind the arras.
Pray you do so. She's a very tattling woman. Oh, what's the matter? How now?
Oh, Mistress Ford, what have you done? You're shamed, you're overthrown, you're undone forever.
What's the matter, good Mistress Page?
Oh, well a day, Mistress Ford. Having an honest man as your husband to give him such cause of suspicion.
What cause of suspicion?
What cause of suspicion out upon you? How I am mistaken you.
Why, alas, what's the matter?
Your husband's coming hither, woman, with all the officers of Windsor, to search for a gentleman he says is here now in the house, by your consent to take an ill advantage of his absence. You are undone!
But 'tis not so, I hope.
Pray heaven it not be so that you have such a man here, but 'tis most certain your husband's coming with half Windsor at his heels to search for such a one.
Ow.
If you know yourself clear, why I am glad of it. But if you have a friend here, convey him out. Be not amazed. Call all your senses to you. Defend your reputation, or bid farewell to your good life forever.
What shall I do? There is a gentleman, my dear friend, and I fear not mine own shame so much as his peril.
Oh,
I had rather than 1,000 pounds we were out of the house.
for shame! Your husband's here at hand. Bethink you of some conveyance, for in the house you cannot hide him. Oh, how you have deceived me. Look, here is a basket. If he be of any reasonable stature, he may creep in here, throw foul linen upon him as if it were going to Bucky, and send him by her people to Datchet Mead.
He's too big to go in there. What shall I do?
Let me see it! Let me see it! Oh, let me see it! I'll in! Follow your friend's counsel! I'll in!
What? Sir John Falstaff, are these your letters tonight?
I love thee! Help me away! Let me creep in here!
I'll never to cover him. Call your people, Mistress Ford. You dissembling knight! Oh!
Jane! Robert! Jane! Go, take up these clothes here quickly. Carry them to the laundress in Datchet Mead. Quickly, come.
Pray you come near. If I suspect without cause why then may extorted me, then let me be your just, I deserve it. Ha! How now? Whither bear you this?
To the laundress, forsooth? Why? What have you to do with her? They bear it. You were best meddle with buck washing.
Buck. I would I could wash myself of the buck. Aye, buck, I warrant you. Buck, and of the season too. It shall appear, gentlemen. I have dreamed tonight. I will tell you my dream. Ascend my chambers. Search, seek, find out. I'll warrant will unkennel the fox. Let me stop this way first. So, now escape.
Master Ford, be contented. You wrong yourself too much.
True, Master Page. Up, gentlemen, we shall see sport anon.
This is very fantastical. Humors and jealousy.
By God, 'tis not the fashion in France, 'tis not jealous in France.
Follow me, gentlemen!
Nay, follow him, gentlemen. See the issue in his search.
Is there not a double excellency in
I know not which pleases me better, that my husband is deceived or Sir John.
And what a taking was he in when your husband asked, "Who is in the basket?"
I am half afraid he will have need of washing. So throwing him into the water will do him a benefit.
Hang him, dishonest varlet. I would have all the same strain, we're in the same distress.
I think my husband hath some special suspicion of Falstaff's being here, for I never saw him so gross in his jealousy till now.
We will make plot to try that. And we will have yet more tricks with Falstaff. His dissolute disease will scarce obey this medicine.
Shall we send mistress quickly to him and excuse his throwing into the water and give him another hope to betray him to another punishment?
We will do it. Let him be sent for 8 o'clock to have amends.
I cannot find him. Maybe the maid bragged of that. He could not compass.
Heard you that?
You use me well, Master Ford, do you?
I do so.
Heaven make you better than your thoughts.
Amen.
You do yourself a mighty wrong, Master Ford.
I must bear it.
If there be anybody in the house, and in the chambers, and in the coffers, and in the presses, heaven forgive my sins at the day of judgment.
By God, there is nobody's.
Fie, Master Ford, are you not ashamed? What spirit, what devil suggests this imagination? I would not have your distemper in this kind for the wealth of Windsor Castle.
'Tis my fault, Master Page. I suffer for it.
You suffer for a bad conscience. Your wife is as honest a woman as I will desires among 5,502.
By God, I see it is an honest woman.
Well, I promised you a dinner. Come. I pray you pardon me. I will hereafter make known to you why I have done this. Come, wife. Come, Mistress Page. I pray you pardon me. Pray you heartily pardon me.
Let's go in, gentlemen. But trust me, we'll not. I do invite you tomorrow mornings to my house to breakfast. Shall it be so?
Anything.
If there is one, I shall make 2 in the company.
If there be 1 or 2, I shall make us a third.
Pray you go, Mistress Page. Alice.